Hey guys, Marsningen here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video, and today I am bringing you another episode of my How to Run series, where I show you how you can run all 10 of the mono-coloured Super and Extreme teams if you didn't pull the 120 leader yourself. So, as you will have seen from the title, this episode is Extreme TEQ without Super Saiyan 3 Broly. So, as usual, we will go through the team choices once we get into the battle here, taking on Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. We'll go through the various options as well as some possibilities depending on your own box. So we're using Merged Zamasu as the leader. He is obviously a tech unit who gives a leader skill bonus to extreme types. So they don't have to be tech, but obviously he is an extreme tech unit himself, and he is the unit that has the highest percentage based leader skill for an extreme tech. Obviously, if you were running Super Tech, you have the possibility of using either Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks or the Krillin in Piccolo clothes from the barbershop. But Extreme, you don't have that option, so he does only give one key. So we've brought a few support units with us. So he's been on a lot of banners. He's on this Broly banner, so if you summoned for him, you might have got him from there. He was also on the UI Goku banner recently. So he is the leader. We've got the Turles from the World Tournament. If you took part in the most recent one and used your tickets, you could potentially have gotten him. He's self-sufficient, which is good because that helps us with the lack of ki on the team. He's also farmable from the Tree of Might event. Then we've got this Possessed Gohan, who is from one of the GT events. He is a support unit that gives ki and a defense boost to tech types. He also has the Super Saiyan link, which is useful for Super Saiyan 3 Broly. Then we have obviously the friend, Super Saiyan 3 Broly. This one is Super Attack 10, only has his free crit, and that's literally all he gave him, which is fair enough. Then we have Janembu, who is from the Fusions banner. He has the ability to lower the attacked enemy's attack by 30%, which is pretty good, and he does deal supreme damage. He also has Fused Fighter, which he will share with Merged Zamasu, which is always a link I seem to forget that he has because you never use him on a fusion team. So, and then we have the Orb Changer 17. Again, if you summoned on the Tech Broly banner, you'll have probably gotten some of these guys because they are a featured SR that then awaken with the Super 17 medals. He's an Orb Changer, so he helps out with ki again. He also has Fused Fighter, Fear and Faith, Big Bad Bosses, Nightmare, useful ability, useful links for the Extreme team. So I'm going to jump straight in here and see what we can do. So Broly, Bio Broly is, sorry, the other one that we missed, obviously farmable from the Bio Broly event. He's a weird one in the sense that his passive changes depending on the enemies that you're fighting. So he gets an attack bonus when you're facing more than 2 or more enemies, and a defense bonus when you're facing 1 enemy. So for Dokkan events where you'll normally be facing 1 enemy, he's fairly good as a defensive unit. He also shares a load of links with Super Saiyan 3 Broly as well. So although because Turles gives himself this attack and defense boost for the first 7 turns, he actually has the higher defense, so we'll leave him in the first slot. And he gets a bit of a better attack boost from the Gohan, so we will stick Gohan in the middle, grab those, and then Bio Broly can get those. So we will try and get the Super Saiyan 3 Broly linked up with the Bio Broly, since he's probably his best free-to-play link partner. So that Turles also does have a chance to stun, but it's not as good as the Int one, so we might not see that go off. Plus, once we actually get to Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, we won't be able to stun him anyway, but that's fine. So let's see what we got here. So he's got no links with Janembu, which I guess makes sense. His defense is also incredibly low, but we probably want to get Janembu to attack first and lower that attack. Grab all of those. Not too... Can we get a super with Broly? Not there. Can we get it from that one? Yes, we can. So, obviously, he will lower his defense by quite a bit. I think that was 7 orbs, so 70%. But because we are also lowering his attack with the Janembu, we should hopefully do enough damage with the Broly to actually take him out. So let's see. The Janembu obviously doesn't do much damage himself. And then what can we do with the super attack here from Super Saiyan 3 Broly? It's always good to find the best friend you can. A crit for pretty much 1.3 million is pretty decent. Since he has that nuking style passive and we only picked up 7 orbs, that's actually pretty decent damage for him. So, shall we? Let's keep Merged Zamasu on the rotation just because he is definitely one of our heavier hitters. So, I'll grab those and then grab those. So my fused Zamasu has all of his paths open, but haven't really put many orbs into him, so he's not fully powered up. He has his star abilities though, at least, so nice big crit there from him, and an additional with a crit normal attack. So just as I say that, he's not too powered up in the dupe system. He decides to show off all of his dupe system abilities at the same time. So then Turles takes out the Vegeta. I did a showcase for the Turles once I finished grinding his super attack up to 10, and he wasn't super impressive, but the fact that he's self-sufficient and can stun, and he also has prepared for battle, which is a link that Super Saiyan 3 Broly has that is missing from a lot of Extreme TEQ units, since it is basically Saiyan exclusive. So this is a good situation now, because we've got Bio Broly at the front, who can do a little bit of tanking, and then the Super Saiyan 3 Broly doesn't have to take any hits, so we can just grab all of these here, boost up his attack a little bit, and then we will, let's see, should we heal? Don't think we need to heal. Bio Broly's got pretty high defense. You can see there Broly's defense has now gone down to just under 6,000. We can't get a super with the Janembu, but he fortunately lowers attack without actually having to super, so that is pretty decent. I don't really trust Bio Broly, so let's give ourselves a bit of a defensive boost. I'm pretty sure I say it in every episode of this How to Run series, but since the whole point of this series is to show you how you can run these teams without pulling the 120 leader and having a slightly less optimal team, you obviously should never be afraid to use items as and when you need to. So we took 68k from the super, but we should be fine with the attacks following up now thanks to the Android 8. And Broly 624, not too bad. Janembu lowers the attack a little bit there. So let's see, who has the highest defense? Is it Merged Zamasu? Oh no, of course Turles is still getting his bonus, so he has the higher attack. So we'll go for higher defense even. So we'll go for those. Messed that up a little bit since he can't super now, but so here's the problem with using this. We had the same thing. It wasn't as bad, but we did the same thing with Super Int when I did that episode. The fact that we were using Trunks, because these leaders only give 1 key, you do struggle a little bit more than you would normally when it comes to key. So just grab those. That's why we've bought the orb changes and a couple of support units. So for the other possible options, if you've got the Demon King Piccolo from the Dragon Ball Saga banner, he's really good. He gives 3 key and an attack boost with his passive, as well as having really decent extreme unit links. Who else do we have? If you summoned back on the Super Kaioken Goku banner, one of the GSSRs available from that banner was an Angel Frieza. He's really good. I have him, but I felt like bringing him was probably not the best example, since that banner was so long ago now and has never returned, that anyone who started playing since then is obviously not going to be able to have him. So there's also the Android 13 that is farmable from the actual story missions. I never actually got around to doing that myself because it is a very long grind. And oh, so we can get quite a lot of orbs. Okay, let's do this. So this is the reason why I bought Ghost Ushers for this event in particular, because we're using Broly. So we will Ghost, then we'll grab this, and then Broly can take all of these. So what's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there you go, minus 100% defense. but plus 120% attack. So his attack stat is almost 200k. His defense is still 4000. I'm assuming that that's because of the buffs from the links, maybe, or Gohan's passive. But I thought it would be 0. But there we go. Let's see how much damage he can do with 10 orbs. With type advantage as well. So, what's he going to do? Yeah, 704,000 without a crit is not bad. Definitely, with some orb investment, you can see him hitting for quite high numbers. I think Turles' passive has run out now. So, we need to, let's see. He still has the highest defense. But I think it's probably worth keeping. He can't stun this turn anyway. So yeah, definitely we're running into key issues a little bit now. But let's see what we can do. He can get 4 there, but he needs 6. So we'll grab those, and then at least Janembu can get a super attack. We activate an Icarus because I know that Vegeta does super attack for quite a lot of damage, even though we do have the type advantage. I don't want to risk it, so well, we're going to get to find out straight away. So what is Turles going to take here from this? So 33k, so that's not too bad, and the fact that Janembu is now going to start lowering the attack, we should be okay. Icarus will be active next turn, so we don't need to heal next turn, I would imagine, so get that attack lowered. Yeah, 4,000 in return, that's not too bad. So, we've got no choice but for Broly to take a hit, so we'll put him at the front. He only needs 6 ki to super, so we can give him these 6 orbs here. So his defense is still super low. So you can see without, I think it must be from the Gohan's passive ability then, because with these guys not offering any buff, his defense is almost the same as what it was when we picked up 10 orbs last time. So, well, Icarus is still in effect. His attack's been lowered. We shouldn't need to heal here, even though we will see Broly will take a little bit more damage than anyone else on the turn because of that super low defense. But he crits for 755k, so that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Obviously, if you have the slightly more optimal units, there are much better options to fit into the team. Units like Saiyan, who again was actually on the Broly banner. He's even in the general SSR pool now, but I've only pulled 1 since he was added to the game, so it feels like he's not the easiest unit to pull, depending on how your luck goes. So if we let's put Merged Zamasu first, because if he does a big enough hit, we might actually finish him off here. Give ourselves a defense boost. We're getting one from the Gohan passive as well. So let's see. Yeah, Merged Zamasu has the highest defense. Really would like to super with him though, ideally, but if this doesn't drop the, I don't think that's going to drop the greens down the way I want it to, so no, it didn't. So, suffering from some key issues now, but let's see what we can do here. Merged Zamasu has the ability to get additional attacks, so maybe he will come in for us. No, but we're not taking any damage. We've got increased defense, his attack's been lowered a little bit, so definitely should be fine here. And then Gohan, not bad. There's also an int equivalent of the Gohan who is the possessed Trunks. He basically does exactly the same thing but for int types. He is pretty decent. He is a very good choice for a support unit for Extreme int as well. So getting really messed up by the orbs here, but let's go for giving Broly a super attack. Only 4 orbs, so he won't lose a lot of defense. Of course, on the flip side, he won't gain a huge amount of attack, but with Vegeta's health being as low as it is, I think we should be okay. Bio Broly tanks those hits nice and easily. So let's see, can Super Saiyan 3 Broly finish him off with the boost from only 4 orbs? Can he do it? Yeah, 500, still just over 500k. I mean, the thing you have to remember is when a unit has a nuking based passive, they'll always be not as impressive when you don't pick up many orbs. Obviously, you want your 120 leaders to be hitting for pretty much 1 million every time, but because of his nuking based passive, he does need a lot of orbs to be able to hit hard. But we take him out with a team that is pretty much made up of free-to-play units, or Janembu was from a GSSR banner. The Super 17 is a featured SR, who since the release of Super 17 you will have potentially been able to summon a ton of times. So there you go, that was Extreme TEQ without Super Saiyan 3 Broly. A lot of people are pulling on his banner and pulling him, so you should be able to find a friend, hopefully. Obviously, people who have him or are looking for friends, drop your friend code in the comments so people can add you. And then we can hopefully get some more Extreme TEQ teams on the go. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. If you liked what you saw, please leave a like and subscribe for more regular Dokkan Battle content. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at the Masked Ningen. Feel free to tweet me your summon pulls or ideas on themes or teams that you want to see in the future. We are on the road to 500 subscribers, so hashtag 500 Mortals Plan all over the comments. And I will see you again soon. Have a good one.